Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it. What's up going on, everybody? Come on, Lola Brooke. What's up, everybody? We are in the building. We have some of your favorite YouTubers up here. And we are about to chat about Real Housewives of Potomac, the reunion part 3. We're about to just get into it. I mean, whatever we feel like talking about when it comes to Potomac. So, boom, who do we have here? We have Rodney the Voice. We have Andrew Gabor.
What's
And we also
good?
have, last but not least, Make It Make Sense. Ma'am. So what's going on, everybody? How
What's
are
up?
y'all? It's
Good.
Wednesday, middle of the week.
I can't
Woo,
complain.
can't complain.
This is
It
over
was her. We weren't late. It was her.
though.
Listen, let me tell you to be early is to be on time. Okay, let's talk about it before we get into it. To be early is to be on time, baby. First of all, I hopped onto the site so that I could like fix some stuff and make sure I had my camera and stuff right or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I hop on here, girl. Why do I see Rodney Wayne at the bottom? And I was like, Rodney, I'm so glad because I was legit finna go rewatch the reunion before I hopped on here. But God stopped me in my tracks and said, you need to go over here and check something real quick so I could relieve Rodney of his duties of waiting. Rodney was over here like it was Black Friday. Y'all know how Black Friday when y'all parents be outside waiting to get into the Wayne to get into the Target the night
Wait,
before. He was
Mhm.
okay. I told you I feel
No,
like
my
the
mama
first
was
day of
smart.
school.
She made us do it. She never had to go to Black Friday because she made us do it. If we wanted to eat,
oh,
Right.
we had to go to Black Friday.
hilarious. Rodney, say that again. I don't know if I heard you. I don't know. Say it again. Speak again.
No, I feel like it's the first day of school. You know how you went when you get real early on the first day of school,
For
nervous,
sure.
don't know who your teacher gonna be, don't know who gonna
Yeah.
be in your class. Your mama done drop you off school 30 minutes early. That's how it was today. This
Yeah,
is
he can. I'm happy though. I'm happy though because you came in like ready, excited. See, I see you already getting comfortable with doing these panels and stuff. So let's go.
right, right. Now I feel like I'm on the view. Okay?
Well,
Mm.
who are you?
Who
Are you
would you
Megan?
be?
It's giving the view, the
Whoopi.
show.
Yeah, but
No,
who
I'm
would you
thinking
be
he'd be
on the View?
Megan.
Oh, who would
Whoopi?
I be? Oh, who would I
Yeah,
be?
Mm-hmm.
I would be.
it's giving joy.
I was
Maybe
about to say
Barbara.
Joy.
Gervais her.
Kick us a mess. You know, I want to kick us a mess and fuss and fight and argue. I would probably be Joy.
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 I can
I'm
see
gonna go with
joy.
Joy. I'm gonna go with Joy. And Joy is 80 years old, and Joy look good.
Joy do look good.
80?
I didn't know she was 80
Joy is
now.
80.
Joy ain't no 80.
Joy is 80. That white lady is 80. I'm telling y'all.
Joy look like she
Google
20
it.
years
Let
younger.
me
Let me look
see.
this
What?
up because somebody lying.
That's a good. Well, that's probably true because I
I
didn't know
thought
that
that
Barbara
Whoopi,
was that old.
I thought that Whoopi and Joy were the same age. Joy is 80 years old.
This
And
lady
messy as
80 for
ever.
real.
Joy is 80.
Joy look good.
Joy
Joy
is
got that
great.
vampire blood. I got
Okay.
oh, Joy. Joy
Gizelle, she
looks
said she got that
great.
tough Italian skin. That's what she said.
She said it's what?
She got that tough Italian skin.
Mm.
That's what she said. But
Mm.
yeah, I'll be Joy.
Okay.
Who would you
That's
be?
what's up. Somebody says, pull the mic up a little bit,
Oh,
Rodney. I'll probably be oh, I don't know.
Barbara.
You think Barbara?
You give Barbara. It's like classy
What?
shade that you have.
I could be I feel like I could be a little bit of joy too, just a little bit.
just a little bit of Joy,
Just a
right?
little bit of joy. Who be out here giving a little bit of everybody at the table?
Who gonna be Megan McCain? Well, she was on that.
I
Megan
used to
used
like
to run
Megan, but
dang
Megan
me.
cried so.
I
Megan be
told
crying. I
That
be
is
wanting to hear Megan view. I be wanting to hear what she got to say, but she just gets so defeated. Like any little thing, I'm like, come on, Megan, finish your point. I want to hear what you got to say.
I used to go off of Megan low key.
really?
Me
Whoopi
too.
used to
Not
be
Sometimes.
eating
necessarily.
her.
I just like somebody who kind of like stands in what they believe in. If that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. Like it would be
Hmm.
Megan against. It could be Megan against the entire table, but Megan still she wasn't gonna budge. Now, did I agree with what she was saying? No, but I
You
used to
remember?
kind of go up for the fact that she wouldn't get bullied into thinking opposite of what she thought.
I remember her. Joy was about to try her on camera. She tried to make it. She tried Joy on camera one day. She told Joy, "Girl, it's your job to listen to me." And Joy looked at her. Joy looked at her and said, "Ooh." Joy was debating.
Baby.
She called her a bitch.
Now she was debating. Hilarious. All right, y'all. This was cute. Thank you guys so much for coming on in. Being sure to like up the video. We are on the backup channel this week, but we will be back on the main channel next week. Okay. So yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to both. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. Ronnie, double check your mic. I don't know why people keep saying, is it connected? Is it Bluetooth?
It's connected, yeah.
I don't know why they keep saying that.
Do you want me to take? You think I should not use the mic?
I can hear you. I don't know why they can't.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yes.
Because see how StreamYard does it though. Sometimes when we're all talking, it does make some people's volume lower. So that could be what some of the people are hearing when we're all talking.
Because this is the same spot I usually place the mic.
Right.
I can hear you.
I hear you, but it
okay, great. I hear some people saying they hear you fine. Okay, there were a few people in the chat saying, pull your mic up or cut your mic on or something. But it's all good.
I got that. Good.
Thank you so much, Kimmy, for the super chat. I'm subscribed to and support all 4 of you individually. Love this panel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Yes.
If you're not subscribed to Jamie's backup channel, go ahead and subscribe. I think pretty much everybody's going to need a backup channel because we never know when YouTube might trip. So just
FYI. 1000% facts. So yeah, make sure y'all get it in. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and chat.
Gizelle.
What we need to for what? Oh, I forgot about Gizelle standing back there. She's welcome to attend in the back. She's welcome to attend in the back.
Don't be rude.
All the Caucasians.
Well, she really look white back there.
She looked white season 1. She looked white season 1. That's what Candiace pretty much said. Quiet as hell, but we're not.
Well, you know, you got her thinking she could pass too.
Oh,
you talked to Robyn today? No,
of course not. She wasn't even at the wedding, girl. Of course not. Yikes. All right, Jacqueline and Mia, they're going head up. First of all, can I just say that I really feel like this friendship is the most unstable friendship that I've seen. We're going to get to the reunion, but real quick, how do you air out your friend and then you turn and you apologize, then your friend apologize to you, but then air you out? Y'all gonna have to make it make sense before the next season come around. I kind of don't mind seeing Jacqueline on the next season because I do wonder if they are gonna be in a better place. I would like to see it, but I love the dragging that she gave Mia on the stage when she told her, "Girl, listen, I have a home you don't." I was like, "You better eat, Jax. Jax, you better get over there and you better eat it down," because that's what she did. What y'all thought about that?
I don't want to see Jacqueline. She cried all season. She didn't really do nothing. All she did was start with Mia. Mia handed it to her and she cried. And she get food stamps.
The first thing I want to listen, Jackie. If you come back next season, you still got that food stamp card. Send me an email. Send me the number. I will buy 150 for 300. So I don't mind Jackie having food stamps because I will buy them. But I don't know. Well, it would be entertaining to see Jackie and Mia next season. But I don't. If they come back, they come back. If they don't, they don't. That's why I love Jackie and Mia.
Do you think Jacqueline is Jacqueline all the way there in the head? I'm trying to understand how Mia convinced her to get on camera and say that G helped her pay for her Porsche or gave her a down payment.
Jackie wanted to be on TV.
I don't know that
we wouldn't get on the show and say that.
I don't know that she actually reviewed the stuff with her. I think probably what happened was Mia was like, "Follow my lead," because you could tell some of the times. I definitely see that. She was a little bit uncomfortable, like, "Oh, okay, well, I don't want to have this conversation without Mia." I'm pretty sure it went like, "Okay, we're gonna get you on the show. We're gonna flip this money. We're gonna do whatever. Just follow my lead." But she didn't realize that she was following like Porsha's lead. You know what I mean? Like there should be a Phaedra and a Porsha. You can't let Porsha lead the group. And that's pretty much what happened. So it's going to be a whole bunch of sexual it's going to be a whole bunch of lies. It's going to be everything that Mia values in life. But money, cars, and hope.
But on the flip side, it's like you've been knowing this person since you were 15 years old. Y'all are pushing 40. So you know the person's personality. I would assume you do.
See, when you say that, it makes me think like I feel like they gooped us a little bit when I saw all these apologies going back and forth. I'm like, was this a part of y'all thing? Like, are y'all beefing to secure your homegirl another spot for the next season? Now you got me questioning.
I believe so. I don't think Jackie was as innocent as some people may believe. Like Jackie, when Gizelle sat there and asked you to your face, girl, were you busting it open for Gordon? You are the one who said something about asking Mia. Girl, either that's a yes or a no. Are you sleeping with your friend's husband or not?
She don't owe Gizelle nothing. She does not owe Gizelle anything. That's what people fail to understand.
She doesn't owe her nothing, but we're not about to play along with that either. You know, it's just a certain type of way you're going to have me looking on TV. Point blank in the period. You know what I'm saying?
I do wish you would have got with Gizelle. I wish you would have been like, well, who are you busting it open for? How was Robyn last night?
But that would have been a good comeback.
Now, that would have been none of Gizelle's business, but you are going along with the game when you sit here and don't want to answer whether or not you hopping on it on a full split with your best friend's man. Because if somebody asks me that, I'm telling you no.
Yeah, but now it's different. I get what you're saying, Rodney. It's different from when I ask you, you know what, when did your mama go and pick up Mia from the group home? You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But is you sleeping with Mia's husband, that's just a straight up no. Now, whatever she told you, whether she told you they picked you up at 10 or 15 years old, that's totally different. But if you sleeping with my man, that's a totally no. Period.
And then Jackie says, well, let's get with Mia. No, girl, we're not getting with Mia with that.
Oh. I'm gonna be honest. Mia, don't hop in my DMs, please. Don't be for real.
Girl, I heard Mia. Let me shut up.
Yeah, drink your water. Just drink your.
I feel like
this not the water.
That's not water.
That's not the water.
I feel like it might be some truth. It's just the fact that y'all was at each other like this. And when Andy asked that question, it was like, now y'all thumbling through the paperwork. Girl, y'all ain't got that many sheets. How many you want to go through? No. None of that happened. Like,
yeah, Jamie, you're right.
Y'all not gonna play with me.
Mia had 6 pieces of paper and she kept on doing them. I seen her count them back like she had 12. I'm like, Mia, you ain't got nothing over there, girl.
You ready? You ready?
That woman had 6
glitter box. And talking about Jacqueline was looking for a moment. I said, girl, y'all have to stop this today. Hilarious. But I do think some things may have transpired. I do. And maybe, I'm just going off of what Gordon said. I don't, this is just an opinion, not a fact. Okay. I don't know. But when Gordon was sitting up there talking about another person, it said, it wasn't no penetration. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I holler when you said that. But it just made me wonder.
Because it can't stand up.
I was saying it can't be penetration because based off what Mia said, it's dangling.
That's what I heard. He got what Ray got.
You know what? And now that I think about it, he sure did say, "Ooh, girl, let me show." So he's always talking about using his tongue, and now it makes sense.
Ooh,
girl, you look so good.
Karen, why you look so good, gal?
Erica said it's soggy.
When it all makes
done.
Sense.
Good night.
Oh my God. Listen, I can't laugh at that because Mia said there was a particular condition as to why that happened.
Flaccid is flaccid, baby.
You know what? No. I'm not going to go with that, Jamie, because you have talked about your SCX life on this show. You have made it a part of the storyline. Now, Mia has involved us in the fact that you had that, cancer issue, right? But you brought this to the forefront, and you have sexualized yourself, and you have even done things to make people uncomfortable.
These
I
are
was
good
uncomfortable
points.
looking at his tongue. So, now it's part of the storyline. Should people make fun of it? Technically, no. However, this is what you have done. And you have also, I'm trying not to say too much. You have also involved other people. So now you have other people in the streets looking crazy. So who didn't you penetrate? And why do we need to know that? It should have been the same thing that y'all said about Jacqueline just now. None of your business. Don't worry about who I penetrated, who I didn't penetrate it, whether I can get it up, whether I use the tongue, whether there's some backdoor action. That's none of anybody's business. Just my point.
Real quick, let me get to these super chats real quick. Thank you so much, Demi in the city, for the super chat. It's because Jamie's, Mims, and Gabor's mics are much louder. Hey, Rodney. Thank you so much for the super chat. Autumn in LA, showing Jamie some love. Just subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing and the super chat. I appreciate it. Fifi, look at y'all. Thank you so much for the super chat, Fifi. I appreciate it. Okay. Anything else on Jacqueline and Mia that y'all didn't mention but wanted to talk about when it comes to
I do believe that Jacqueline was sleeping with married men, though.
I do.
You know what I'm saying? She was trying to make it. She was trying to act real innocent, like she didn't do nothing. But I mean, my whole thing is when we bring out the paperwork and the receipts, I want to see something. Show me something. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the text messages.
Did you read them?
Don't get the beefing all season.
The ones that Mia dropped. Did you get a chance to check them out? It wasn't too clear for me.
Well, she said that she had text messages from Mia. She said that she had text messages from Jacqueline saying that she was in love with a married man.
I thought she was saying she was liking or crushing because the TV Deets dropped the text messages that Mia was talking about.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you read them, Rodney? Did you get a chance to check it out? You haven't read it?
I haven't read it.
Oh.
We're gonna let Mims just
You know Mia watching right now. Hey Mia girl.
Hey Mia.
You know she watching.
Hi Jax.
Mia, where's your oldest child?
Guys.
Mia, where's your oldest child? I don't like Mia. We don't like no child left behind. And you've seen you know what I'm saying? That's how people do when they get married all over again. They get ignoring the kids that they had that's not inside the marriage. All we seen was you with the two younger kids all season. We saw their oldest boy one time.
Oh wow! How old is he?
Like 14 to 15, she said.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes the other parent may not allow for that child to be on camera. Sometimes that happens.
Because
I doubt it.
Right?
You said what, Ronnie?
That's what happened with Kenya at one point. Mark wouldn't sign off for Brooklyn to be on the show. That's when they sort of blurring her face out. I don't think that's the case with Mia though, but
no, that ain't the case.
Maybe the little boy just doesn't want to be on TV. I can see him not wanting to be on TV because I think he's at that age now.
I can see that.
Well, you got a mama like Mia, probably.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like I don't want to do that.
Yeah. And then people looking at him coming up to him at school and this and that. It's probably a bit uncomfortable for him.
Oh, yeah, because, Mia got on camera and said that his balls dropped.
She did. I didn't want to say that, but I thought about that earlier. I thought I'm going to leave it alone. But she said
Wow.
Like she said it like he was a dog or something.
She said
I don't like that.
I think she also talked about them like when boys become teenagers, they start to, have a little scent. Y'all embarrassed.
Oh, wow.
He be quiet as it's scared, but we're just gonna be honest about it.
Next case.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Ali. For the super sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. I heard Robyn is demoted. Jackie is full time. I know you lying. I know you mother girl. Thank you for the super chat.
I can see that. I said that. I said I can see them taking away Robyn's speech or whatever they have and giving it to Jackie because Jackie brought her to come back next. She did. Jackie to come back next season. In my opinion, she did. Even though
if Jackie didn't snatch Robyn's girl,
we ain't never seen. We done seen Robyn go through a lot. We ain't seen Robyn in no food stamp line though.
We ain't seen it, but she
couldn't afford her electricity.
Hot water.
She could, but that was something she was struggling with.
And right that was hot water, she definitely
Jacqueline has never been on food stamps, and that Porsche was purchased by her. She actually has a really good job. She is like the breadwinner. She actually.
You talking about Jacqueline?
Yes.
You said she's not.
Oh yeah, she did confirm that was her Porsche.
It's her Porsche, and she's actually like she has a really good job.
How you know she's not a food stamp?
I believe that. And I also believe she went along with what Mia wanted. I really do believe that. Mia does want that girl to be like her understudy.
But yeah, that just wouldn't have been.
Mia, like, used her in a way of kind of like disrespecting her. She did come across as like, you're beneath me. But I still feel like Jackie was in. Like, Jackie was in on the scheme.
Well, she did kind of admit that when she said that she went along with it for Mia. So yeah, that's kind of admitting that she is.
She admitted on the reunion.
She was in on that.
She was in
for sure. Thank you, Raven, for the super chat supporting a wonderful Delta. Unlike, okay, that's it, huh? I'm loving Rodney, Mims, Gabor, and Jamie together. Thank you so much for the super chat. There was one more, and then we're going to get into some more. Thank you so much, Bernice, for the super chat. Stop overanalyzing Mia, a hoe from way back. Thank you so much for the super chat.
We got like 700 in the chat. We don't even have 400 likes, so we're going to have to get those likes up. Additionally, I see you guys are joining the channel. Go ahead, keep subscribing. This is a new channel.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jasmine, for the super chat. DJ Richie Sky asked Jackie on live today, and she said no, she hasn't been asked to be full time. Thank you so much for that, Jasmine. Thank you for the super chat. So that rumor that was about to be started just got debunked. Okay. What else took place? Karen and Charisse, speaking of rumors. This rumor has been out so long about Miss Karen and Blue Eyes. I want to know what the real issue is between Karen and Charisse. She was willing, I feel like Karen was willing to engage in conversation about the past with Mia, with Andy, but not with Charisse. And I'm just really wondering, like, what did Charisse really, really do to you outside of the rumors? Because if it's the rumors, everybody has said that. So what's the real tea regarding her?
I think she also is the real grand dame. She, they purport Charisse to be the real grand dame of their circle, and it's not Karen. But I thought it was interesting how Andy let us know that they have been asking Charisse to be back on the show, unlike Karen tries to make it seem like, Charisse was trying to ride her coattail as her way to get back into the show. I thought it was, we never seen Andy do that before.
That's very true. That's very, very true. I don't know. I'm wondering if he cleared it up because a lot of the fans were believing she was being used as Robyn's attack dog. So they felt like Robyn brought her on the show for that. So I don't know what made him clear that whole situation up, but okay.
I believe that two things exist. I believe that they did ask Charisse to come back, but I also believe they asked Charisse to come back to go after Karen. I do believe that.
You think Bravo asked her to come and go after Karen?
I think they asked her to come back, but I also think that they wanted her to go after Karen.
But how will we know that? So
Charisse
how
is not that interesting. I think Charisse is the real grand dame, but Charisse doesn't have
nothing else going on.
I think Karen and Gizelle they're in cahoots. So when Gizelle says something off the wall to Karen, Karen is more likely to forgive and forget with her. Charisse was the wild card. And if you remember, Charisse has gone to Karen's real life ex-friends and gotten dirt on her. You think that kind of stuff doesn't get back? Additionally, all the wild allegations that she made about Gizelle and Robyn and anybody else who came for her, she held on to the fact that she knew that Charisse and Katie had busted wide open. Karen knew that information and never brought it to light because I think that she really does not mess with that woman. You know what I mean? Like, we can go back and forth if I really F with you, but if I don't really F with you, it's that.
I have nothing for you.
Nothing.
But what's the rule of her not fooling with Charisse?
She knew all that woman's business. Just like Charisse came and brought on Horseface. Gizelle, who was Horseface? What's her real name? Kendall.
But Charisse knows everybody's business.
But she's willing to go further. She's willing to, like, Charisse and Monique put that whole thing together to bring Kendall on. Like, Charisse is probably more dangerous to Karen than Gizelle is. So she was probably happy.
I think that we didn't know how it would have played with Charisse coming back on the show, because it seemed like Charisse was trying to make amends with Karen and meet with her. But Karen was the one who was acting like she didn't want to meet with Charisse. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't know that they was going to be beefing. Who would have known that they would have been beefing when the season started? You know what I'm saying? She came to Karen event. She asked Karen to go eat together. Karen said that they would, and then they didn't.
Gabor, would you want somebody around that has a loaded weapon? That's just ready and aimed at you?
With OT.
I don't want her to not spread though, right? She could have met with the woman to see what was going on, what was the issue. But I felt like Karen wanted to make it seem like that Charisse was chasing her for a storyline to get back on the show. And that's why Andy had to let us know that's not what happened.
What's up, Erica De Niro?
What did Carlos say?
Who said what about Carlos? I was going to ask this question Erica asking.
Hey, Diva.
What's
I
up,
did not
Erica?
like D hair. I did not like D hair. I didn't.
It was giving DJ name.
Very much shot from RuPaul's Drag Race. I didn't like that. She was giving me drag queen. And when you looked at Charisse, she looked like a drag queen. She did. She had a lot of makeup on, the updo, it was giving me very much over, like, too much.
Too young. It was like a mall thing. Like, you remember how people used to go and get glamour shots? That's what it was giving me. You know, like those mall pictures.
Yeah.
It wasn't giving.
I know what you're talking about.
It was.
All she needed was like a big furry pillow and to lean like that. That's it. Go ahead, Charisse. Live your best life. Now, I want to know what other women she'd have been with.
Oh, I think that she had Katie over there high, and she took advantage of Katie. Because I don't see Katie doing that sober. I'm sorry. They didn't even make it to the bedroom. They stayed in the garage, from what I heard.
Oh wow! Thank you for the super chat. I think this is Karen's last season.
She's coming back for sure.
Yeah, I feel like she enjoys the lime. Like, Mims, what were you about to mention about Carlos? Did somebody put something in the chat?
Somebody said that sounded like something Carlos had said. I was wondering what they were talking about. Well, you know, Katie has a little bit of an incontinence issue, so she probably didn't want her in the bed. Remember Gizelle said she had wet the couch?
Oh, yeah, at the first reunion.
She did.
She peed on
Hold up, who wet the couch again?
Katie.
I remember Gizelle saying something like that.
Yeah, Katie said that she peed on herself, and she was like, "I had 3 kids, so maybe I pee on myself a little bit." And Gizelle said it was a whole lot of it. That I had 3 kids too.
Poop on herself. She had bubble guts when she was with some man, I thought, right?
But she said she used the restroom in the lobby of the hotel. She didn't use it on herself. Katie peed on herself at the, you know, I always got the little druggish vibes from Katie. You know what I'm saying? It's been little sprinkles here and there. You know what I'm saying? But she peed at the promo shoot for Potomac. The girls got all dressed up and Katie peed on the couch.
You know what I want? You know what I want from Katie? I want Katie to stop wearing those blue and green contacts that she wears to this day.
Oh my God! You know she's struggling with herself. You know she's struggling with her identity, cousin.
And every time I see Katie pop on my Instagram page, I like jump because no, I'm dead serious. Like I'm not even being funny. Like those green bluish contacts that Katie wears, I want her to dispose of them. Sap.
But I think that we need
the show.
Me too. I think that we need Katie.
Is healthy.
We need. Oh no, we need Katie on the show immediately. Immediately. That's classic. Don't get mad at me, Jamie, but I think that we need somebody with that dabble in a couple of substances. You know what I'm saying? Like Kim Richards. You know, we need somebody on the show like that. That's good TV. That's good TV.
I've enjoyed Katie as she's dragged Ashley, Darby, Barbie. I have enjoyed the dragging of that. we'll get to Ashley a little bit more because something she did towards the end, like Ashley always solidifies why I can't stand her. Like she always solidifies that she, like, girl, we probably could jump. Fuck it. Listen, when they tried to come at Candiace about the whole colorism thing, and Wendy said her piece to Candiace, like, you know, I got your back, whatever, but we just, you know, had the colorism conversation. Don't tell me shit about colorism when y'all did not even have the proper conversation that y'all needed to have. So it didn't even matter what nobody said anyway, because y'all don't even listen to each other. So shut the hell up with that. Wendy, love you down. Okay, girl, you was too educated to defend that bullshit in that moment, but that's just my personal opinion. But when Ashley came to the front and decided that she was gonna, like, I felt like, you know, when somebody already down and she decides that after they got beat up, she want to just kick them a little bit like she did some. I was like, oh my God, see, I said it, y'all, listen, you know, I ain't with all that, don't hit nobody. Don't be out here hitting folks. But that bitch, listen, okay, I said I couldn't be on the show with her because I would be that one. I would have to be extra. Because after Miss Wendy just had a conversation with Candiace, she want to jump in and say, I mean, we just had that conversation. So why do you think it's okay for you to say it? Like, you know, did you not hear her say she get it? Why do you do that? And this is why y'all be having issues now. I can't stand Ashley. Just the short answer.
If you hit Ashley, if you tap Ashley, she is going to roll on the ground and scream out internal bleeding. She would be the wrong one to hit. The wrong Karen to hit. And she jumped in that conversation because anything to take Candiace down, she's there for.
That's what it
is. Little thing.
For sure.
And you saw that was her only input for the entire third part of the reunion. That one little bit was the only thing that she had to say in the entire reunion. She could go.
That's about it.
I think I've been holding on. You know, for the people who don't know, I had a soft spot for Ashley Darby. I really, really did.
Well, nobody can be perfect, Rodney.
Right? You know, I had a soft
very true.
But I think, you know, I'm gonna have to let Ashley. I'm gonna have to let her go. Oh, girl, it pains me, but girl, I'm gonna have to let you go.
What was running through your head when you heard that piece, though?
You know what's so crazy? I don't know if y'all have seen this clip that was going viral on Twitter of the first season of the reunion, the first season, where Katie was calling out Robyn and Gizelle for being the most Caucasian looking on the cast. And then Giselle's response to Katie was, I could pass for Caucasian, but I don't. And then chimes in and also says that Gizelle has, you know, standard European of beauty, you know, that thing. And so it baffles me that they got to the reunion, especially Ashley, acting like she did not know what Candiace was saying. Gizelle acting as if, you know, she was so shocked, like she's never heard this before, because you heard it season 1 from Katie and from Ashley. So why are we acting like all of a sudden what Candiace was saying, even though, you know, I think Erica said this in her review, what Candiace did was kitchen table talk, but not at the kitchen. The way she delivered it was very much raw, you know what I'm saying? But it still doesn't take away from the fact that Candiace was telling the truth. Ashley, you know that Candiace was telling the truth because you've even said what Candiace has said. Gizelle knows, Robyn knows, Katie knows, Karen knows, y'all know. Y'all just don't like the fact that once she said it in front of this white man who just happens to be your boss, and she said it on TV.
Well, thank you so much, Bougie, on the budget for the super chat. I'm late, but I love this panel. Thank you so much. What were you saying, Rodney?
No, I said we got real serious, real fast.
Indeed. What's not serious is this prenup that Miss do y'all think Juan signed it? It's 50-50 according to Robyn.
Robyn is a
I don't think he should get anything. Not a full 50, maybe a percentage, but not like split down the middle. She keeps her businesses though.
You know what? I think that they did that. To be honest with you, if not for the back and forth with Juan and this whole marriage thing and the engagement, she wouldn't have any money that she has. He has single-handedly kept her on the show by embarrassing her. and making her a punchline and a joke. So why not give him 50? Because as soon as they're off the show, them hats ain't selling.
They ain't selling down. You got one, Jamie?
I don't. I don't.
Yeah, they not selling.
And if they are selling, it's not enough to keep up that house, that mortgage. They sell like that.
What about the podcast? You listen to the podcast, Rodney?
Huh?
You listen to the podcast?
No.
Okay, I have a membership to the podcast. I need to go ahead and cancel that.
I don't.
Yeah, I cancel mine, but I just needed to get that
info,
that sound bite. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a sound bite.
I almost gave my $5 and I was like, girl, it's your job. It's your job to report the mess. But I was like, I'm not giving them my $5. I'm gonna have to just get the mess from somebody else.
Because you knew somebody was gonna drop it.
You know, I'm not giving them my
I respect it.
Today. So yeah, I couldn't do it.
I respect it.
If they divorce, do you think that Robyn is gonna live her true life?
As a what? A lesbian?
I didn't say that.
The L and LGBTQ?
I didn't say that.
She gives me very much, she gonna give us an old nasty, old school Rosie O'Donnell. You know when Rosie had that shave side with the bang hang on this side? Remember?
She kind of did. At Watch What Happens Live, she did her hair like that and it looked like a faux shave. She felt real comfortable.
Oh, I hated that on her.
Watch What Happens. I don't know. I don't think I've seen a worse hairstyle on her outside of them tires. What was them tire streaks that she wore to the
her tracks were showing in Mexico. Jamie, what about when her tracks were showing in Mexico? You like that?
I missed that.
I didn't miss
it. If I can find the picture.
I missed
Robyn
that.
is too regular. She's too regular for reality TV.
She's too regular.
Too regular. Thank you so much, CE, for the super chat. Karen is a liar. I've been saying since she told us it's because Charisse came to her mom's funeral. Wasn't she at your event in 2019? Because I saw those pics. Karen deflects not to answer questions. So why are you here? Thank you so much for the super chat.
And she kept weaponizing her mom's funeral so she wouldn't have to answer the question. Well, Andy, I'm not going to keep on my mother and, my mother. Because Andy was really, to me, it seemed like Karen was quiet at this reunion because it seemed like her and Andy probably had some words because it seemed like Andy was really giving it to her a little bit to me. And I feel like most of that energy should have been on Gizelle.
They're not going to say nothing to Gizelle.
Yeah.
Real quick, we're at 900 plus people in the chat, almost at 1,000. So definitely make sure that you like the video. We have about 400, almost at 500. So let's see if we can get to 5, 6, 7. Let's see if we can get the likes to match. Thank you guys so much for watching. You could be anywhere, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. What else took place at this doggone reunion?
Well,
let's see.
Gabor kind of talked about it. Can we get into Karen? Because
we can get
I definitely agreed and echoed the same sentiments on my review. I know that Karen is a fan favorite, but I really think that she's a fan favorite because she's anti-Gizelle and Gizelle is the protagonist, right? But when she refused to talk about her mother's funeral, you brought it up. The reunion is where you are supposed to talk about things that happened during the season. And this entire season, you gave us this funeral story over and over again as to why you wouldn't talk to Charisse, who's your coworker, who technically, if the producers were doing their job, they would have made you go and speak to this woman. But the producers allow Karen and Gizelle to kind of do what they want. And that is why the show isn't as successful as it should be. The ratings for that third reunion at an hour and a half weren't even 900,000. It was like 8 point something.
It was. I saw.
Oh.
So they're not even getting 1 million. So they're probably reaching the point where fans no longer want to hate watch. They just don't tune in at all. And that is the death of a reality show.
It makes me think about when the Housewives, remember when we got to that point where Housewives just wasn't giving? But I feel like they were later in their seasons though, even though Potomac is in season 7. I feel like they were later, like when Nene left. Yeah. I feel like that's when it was like on a decline. Then Porsha left. So we'll see what it's giving this season. But that's what I think is happening. Oh, God. That's what I think is happening with
That's how
it was
her head looked too.
Who had?
Karen's head looked the same way.
Karen?
When they were at that beach and the wind was blowing, all you could see was track.
Why I'm thinking about when that wig was sliding off and she said, ho.
I got it, damn it. Get it. I got it, damn it.
That wig was almost gone, Miss Karen. Thank
Karen
you, Jasmine,
so
for the super chat. Same season, Gizelle said, Jewish people don't like us.
She said the Jewish people don't like you, Katie. We black. Because you remember they had some type of ceremony for Katie's
children. Kids or something, right?
Yeah, and her and Robyn was the only two people that went. And afterwards, they sat outside, and the people told Robyn they thought that she was a white girl. The white people at the Jewish thing, they say, "Oh, girl, I thought she was white," because Robyn was late. Robyn had on some glasses; you couldn't really see her face, and she came in, and everybody was like, "Oh, girl, we thought she was white."
Robyn was white before when they first started Potomac, and like the promo pic was released. I thought Robyn was the white girl in the cast from the picture.
What about Andy saying this was the prettiest cast?
When did he say that?
It was like season 1 reunion, season 2 reunion, something like that.
Oh no,
I don't remember.
That's why they brought them on. Thank you. They brought them on season 1, all these light-skinned women, and a lot of the storyline was about race in background and all of that. And then here we are, somewhat, I guess, full circle now that you got these other, darker skinned ladies on here. And now we're having the conversations y'all don't want to have, but y'all was kind of having the conversations in season 1 when everything was cool.
They really were.
And remember, the dark skinned girls are Chipmunk and insecure about her looks. Remember.
Right. But mind you,
Candiace is being called a Chipmunk, and allegedly Wendy is so insecure about her looks. Y'all all had work done. And when we were talking, y'all were asking who mentioned the tummy tuck about Gizelle. That was Wendy on last season's reunion.
Got you. What were you saying, Rodney?
Gizelle had a tummy tuck.
No, the way they tried to make it, the way that Ashley tried to make it seem is like to Candiace, here you go reintroducing, colorism into this group, when the truth of the matter is season 1, y'all were the ones talking about biracial and who could pass for Caucasian.
Yes.
And you got that Jackson 5 afros, which she told Katie.
I remember Gizelle made a comment
about Ashley
hair.
All I saw is this big fro. All I saw was a big bush. Yeah.
Gizelle says things from talking about Ashley's hair to fast forward to James Harden and the watermelon in his beard and chicken and weed.
Giselle?
I think that Gizelle thinks that I think that she thinks that she's being hip and funny, because half of the time she be talking, she don't even know what she be talking about. You sitting up here using Sneaky Link and you don't even know what you're talking about.
And it's giving very anti-black if you really want to just be honest about
it. I could see that. How do we feel about?
What do you do to reduce your legs? Is there something you could do to reduce legs?
Epsom salt.
Legs
and or green alcohol, right? Green alcohol.
Not some rubbing alcohol. If Karen gave Gizelle some rubbing alcohol and Epsom salt on the first episode, she would have a fan forever. I'm gonna write her.
You gonna tell her that?
I'm gonna go ahead and
you gonna do her reads?
Go ahead and give Gizelle some Epsom salt and some green rubbing alcohol.
But Gizelle looked like, but at this reunion, Gizelle looked like money, baby. She looked so good. I mean, she looked like money to me.
It's gonna look back.
She did.
I cannot.
I thought that she ate. Can we talk about how fake Karen is?
We can.
I want to talk about, because I don't like. I feel like I don't like when they bought Charisse out. And everybody, they went so hard on Karen this year, though. I'm not gonna lie. They talked at Robyn's bachelorette party. They talked about Karen being a prostitute. She was having sex the last time they went out to eat. She was having sex with the waiter or the bartender. They talked about under Karen clothes so bad this season, And they made it seem like Karen was just out there giving up to anybody who wanted to play in Potomac. But when we got to the reunion, nobody stood in anything that they had to say. It was, I only said this because of this, and I only said that because of that. And for Karen to sit up there, and they asked her for the picture, she said, I got the picture in my phone. And they was like, well, show the picture. And she gonna act like she looking back at Ray. Like, Ray, you want me to? Oh, Ray said, no, girl, you ain't got no picture in your phone. If you had a picture of somebody, we want to see it. You ain't got no picture in your phone.
No, she didn't.
She's just so fake. It's Ray said, no, you ain't never asked Ray for nothing else.
She always do that, put stuff on her family.
I believe that when Karen is over there playing tug of war, right along with Mia, playing tug of war with Gordon, and if y'all know what tug of war is, when she built her tug,
trying to make it harder.
When she over there tugging
that's like for sex.
Oh, I thought that you were trying to make it.
Sex? What you saying?
Right.
When you said tug of war, I thought you meant that they were trying to make it harder.
That's what I was
saying. Sex.
When she's over there playing tug of war with Ray, I think that it's some truth to what Charisse was saying. Now, was Karen out here busting it wide open in the unisex bathroom at the club? I'm not gonna say all of that, but I believe that Karen definitely. I think her and Ray have an understanding.
Well,
that's what I think, and I think it would be better if she just admitted that and be like, "And so what? Like, and now what you got on me? Because you can't do that when a person admit that that's what it is. What else you got?" So I wish you would just kind of like, yo.
I think that she probably messed with Blue Eyes for sure. You know what I'm saying? But they gave Karen like 4 or 5 dudes now. They were sort of, but Karen has said some stuff about other people because the stuff that she said about Gizelle last season was nasty.
But what if, like, I want y'all to really think about this because Karen, who we met season 1, is not Karen today, right? And Karen is a woman of a certain age. And all of them say Karen has a big head. She thinks she's the star. What if for Karen, every time they say she slept with somebody, she's thinking, yep, I can still get moist. Yep, I still got it. I'm juicy. I look better than all these hoes. What if she's really oh no, don't say that about Ray. But in her head, she's probably like flipping her hair and thinking, yeah, Juan wants me. He was smashed
Ocho Cinco wanted me.
Yes, you know what I mean? What if that's really what's going on in her head? And that's why she's not actually mad. Because she is 60 and she is allegedly getting it in. And she likes to talk about her moisture. So she has a lot of steam in that undercarriage.
Their head is definitely big for her to sit on that camera with a straight face and tell Ashley that one girlfriend looked like her and that wig was still slipping off her head when she said it. Karen got big. That's nothing but confidence right there.
Let me get to these super chats real quick.
You know that Karen is over there thinking, yep, I look better than all these bees. Yep, they want
on Instagram.
They probably do. I mean, Karen does look good though in comparison to the first season. Yeah. I feel like that's why a lot of people like her, right? I feel like because Mims ended up talking about why he feels like she's a fan favorite. I really feel like she's a fan favorite because, of course, the Gizelle aspect of it, but also because they think she looks good. In my opinion, which is one of the reasons why people go up for Porsha so much on Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's more so because, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, despite what she says out of her mouth or whatever she does. Like, oh my God, I'm going to back her up because she's just a gorgeous woman. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's kind of like the same thing with Miss Karen because she elevated since being on the show. Cindy, thank you for the super chat. Nah, Robyn had lost all that man money. He deserved that money. Well, I guess you're right. Thank you for the super chat. The friend did lose it, but it was Robyn's friend. So what you got to say about that, Rodney?
And I was going to say, looking at it from that point of view, I could see why somebody could say that Juan deserves half because technically she did lose.
That's why she said we've been through so much together.
Girl, she the church's money. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I'll be able to get over that. Oh, but Karen.
Karen got her a good person, baby. That man worked on that. Listen,
look at that chin. Look at the chin.
Karen. Look at
that. Oh, Karen.
Karen got a lot of work done, but the thing
is,
because Karen, the work that Karen got has done,
oh my God,
face is good work.
Yes.
It's good work, and she still looks like Karen. She just looks like a Karen with money now. If that makes sense.
She looks good on Watch What
She
Happens
look a
Live.
little
Much
younger.
better than Larsa.
Yeah,
much better than Larsa. And Larsa's like 10 years younger than her.
Karen is when I say beautiful is different from bad. Karen is the baddest woman on that show. You know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like Karen,
I get what
as
you
old as she is, she sit all of the other girls down.
Karen, I think I'm gonna back you up on that because of the simple fact that Karen is pushing 60, and Karen has that body. Yes, she has work. Karen is like, when you put it that way, Karen is like the baddest one on the show. Because when you take the fact that she's a 60-year-old woman, Karen looks good to be 60.
Period.
So
she do.
Get where you're going.
Them legs is definitely giving. Like that black dress that they had all over social media of her. I was like, oh, Karen looks amazing.
Karen looks
beautiful.
The outfit that she had on, how she set Charisse down when they had on the same outfit. What was it? Some type of Fendi outfit they had on during the season, and Karen had on one. Charisse had it on in a confessional, I believe. And Karen showed a picture of her Watch What Happens Live with the outfit. It was pink. I can't think of what kind of outfit it was, but Karen set Charisse down in there too.
I think it was a blue Fendi something.
Yeah, it was something Fendi. Yeah.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah, I remember now. Thank you, Demi, for the super chat. She didn't lose $1 million of one's dollars. They were already in debt. Oh,
come on.
Well, she lost the remaining. Thank you for the super chat. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Now I'm back to Robyn being a fool. Robyn is a fool because Robyn, I switch up real fast. Robyn is a fool also because Robyn was sitting at that table with Charisse, telling Charisse that, you don't deserve half of someone's money. Remember she said that?
Yeah, she said that.
You remember she said that, right? Just turn around and then say, I'm going to give this ninja who I know has stepped out on me, I'm still going to give him half of my coin.
So it was giving to me, right? When she said, yeah, we don't have the clause of the cheating infidelity clause because I don't know, I might do something. I'm like, okay, that's why you don't care no more because you finna get your get back. We might not know about it, but that's why Robyn's like, we moved past it. We here, we there, like we good because she finna get her get back and it ain't nothing he could do about it. Girl, I guess you was right for not putting that clause in there. Y'all gonna be married forever till y'all gone anyway.
But the boss doesn't get half of her money.
Listen.
One is gone when them kids turn 18.
One been gone. What you talking about?
But what if she? Do y'all think? Yeah, Karen looks beautiful.
Oh my god,
she looks beautiful there.
It's giving Tina no
more.
That's giving Tina's sister.
Now I'm not gonna give Karen too much because we know she played with that face on a little Photoshop, but nonetheless, Karen still.
No, Rodney, you ain't have to go.
I'm just saying. We're not gonna act like Karen wasn't over there coloring.
He had to do that, girl.
You know what I'm saying? She don't.
Housewives do love that one filter. I know which one you're talking about.
I'm so sick of that filter.
They do. They do. It's that one that they think applies to everybody's face. Sheree, Porsha, Kenya.
Anila. For Married to Medicine.
Anila. Oh yes, Anila. It's a universal slap on the face.
Well, now that she's off the show, she can't afford that filter pack no more. So she gonna start.
Anila. No, she gonna get an influencer deal.
But I heard Anila had coin though.
Her
husband had coin.
Make more money than.
But I heard that Anila came from money. That's what Heavenly was saying on her channel one day. I think Heavenly
I wouldn't be surprised.
Said that Anila supposedly comes from money.
Dr. Heavenly said that.
That's what she said. Y'all
know I love me some Dr. Heavenly, but I do think she amplify things. I do. I love me some Dr. Heavenly down. We have a love hate, but I think she amplifies.
You think she lied?
I do.
You think she be lying?
Not the way Anila mama come over there. Bitch, you can't have that much money. Think you finna run what's going on over here. No, ma'am. The way her mama be cutting up. No. And the daddy, girl, did they leave the money? Where was it? Like, they came from it, but did they leave it? Thank you so much, BB, for the super chat. I'm just trying to understand. We got over 1,000 people in the chat, so I definitely hope the likes match. Thank you so much, Busy Blue, for the super chat. Can we talk about how everyone was saying Charisse, the real Grand Dame, was begging to be back on the show, but Andy cleared it up that Bravo begged. Ooh, that Bravo begged. Now everyone is quiet on the subject. Colorism, listen.
Amen.
Ain't they quiet? All quiet on the Western Front. Thank you so much, Busy Blue, for the super chat. They's very quiet. You know, the people don't like Charisse, honey, because you know, when you put her next to Miss Karen, and when it comes to what's more palatable for the people, they're gonna go towards Miss Karen. So I mean, you know, they ain't
okay. I'm sorry. Let me call this out real quick. Charisse, they wanted you on the show, but they didn't give you a flute.
They didn't give
brought you on the show as a friend. You didn't.
But she probably didn't want to show more of her life again.
Her life, which is why she left the first time.
I think she left the first time because she knew that she was busting it wide open with the cast members and didn't want that to affect her settlement. Now, I don't think she can show her lifestyle because I heard she lives in a townhouse in Baltimore.
But she said that she didn't come back on the show after season 2 because she was getting a divorce and she didn't want it to play out in front of Bravo's cameras.
Again, she can't show her lifestyle because her lifestyle is far from the same. And she's the type of woman, in my opinion, who bases her self-worth on what she has, who she knows, and the amount of money she spends. That's why she gave us quintessential housewife those first couple seasons. Your house was just fine until those cameras rolled in. Then you started redoing it. Then you needed a champagne room. Then you got rid of them green marble floors and put in new floor. Like Charisse herself, in my opinion, her self-worth is built up around wealth. And now, based on her clothes and wigs, she doesn't have that anymore. So Bravo can ask all they want, but it would not. Good luck, Charisse.
What you was going to say, Rodney?
I forgot. Oh, I think I was saying that I never liked Charisse until she became a friend of the show. That's what I was going to say. When she came back, I think that was season 3 in a friend role. That's when I didn't like Charisse's first season. I couldn't get with her.
Somebody said Carlos said, Houston Foodie 713 says, Mims, Carlos says she's rich. Well, her clothes and her wigs did not.
Now y'all know the people that got the coin don't be dressing like this.
Yeah, it didn't. I didn't see a drop. I didn't see a drop from Charisse from the first season, her first and second season on the show until now. To me, I feel like you know what I'm saying? I didn't see a drop in her lifestyle from when she first got on the show until now. It was bad wigs and stuff then.
No, she looked great on the reunion. She was wearing designer clothes. Even this outfit was Balmain, but it was Balmain giving like flea market.
But what I'm saying is, it's not like what I'm saying is, the way that you talk about it, you make it seem like Charisse just fell from wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like Charisse told her 10%. I believe that whatever Charisse got from her settlement is still more than what Karen got.
Karen didn't get no settlement.
Well, Karen and Ray got
from the settlement. She got more money.
She told her. Like you remember, Charisse told Karen season 2. Well, I spent more on this trip than your net worth. You trying to plan a trip with me, but I spent more on this trip than your net worth with the broke Bill Gates. And Karen wanted an apology.
Like that anymore. Like, where is the money?
I would still think Charisse probably has more money than Karen.
Of course she does.
I would say that if Karen, you know what? If Karen had played her cards right, as much as I give Gizelle crap, she has definitely not spent money on her clothes, her house, her hair. Q the content guy came on and said that she only gets her hair done if production is paying. So that's why it looks like that more often, especially like professional hair and makeup. So she's stacking her money. She had that $900,000 tail down, and she converted that into just, you know, your everyday barn, ranch, whatever. She's not spending her money, but Karen is, and that's not smart. You then rented that whole big mega mansion in what was that place? What was the mega mansion? Not the one she's in now.
I don't know.
What was the house where they took her pizza in?
I can't remember.
They took the pizza
it wasn't Potomac. It was
White Falls, Great Falls, or something
Great Falls.
Great Falls. Spending $10,000 a month rent there, and she's still spending $10,000 a month rent in Potomac. So she's not exactly smart with her money. She is living probably above her means.
I mean, she didn't get kicked out like Mia.
I wouldn't even give Gizelle that much.
Like, Mia got kicked out.
I don't necessarily think Gizelle is smart with her money. I just think Gizelle banks on her face. You see, I don't think Gizelle is smart with her money. I just think Gizelle moves in a way where, yeah, she might not spend a lot of money, but Gizelle has always been put on the pedestal for this right here. So
I ain't got to do all that. I'm pretty.
Card declines.
Huh?
I ain't got to do all that. I'm pretty.
You see what I'm saying? I think that's where where it may look like Gizelle is, financially responsible. Well, I mean, she got the, she probably is. I mean, she probably is, but I don't think that's it'll look that way. But I think that Gizelle just banks on this. So it's kind of like
free market Versace comforters.
I think that once Gizelle is at that point now where she said free market Versace comforters. I think Gizelle is at that point now where, I don't like to talk about a woman's looks. I just think it can be mean. But I think that Gizelle is at that point now where the looks.
So you're saying what Ray said was right, Rodney? Is that what you're saying? She was supposed to land a man before it started to show?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what
I
think Gizelle is at a point now where the looks are starting to
shift.
She can't bank on her no more.
There we go. They're starting to shift in another direction.
So the bank is rolling. She don't have the bank roll because the bank rolled.
So you're saying that bank
will
bankrupt?
Probably put money into her appearance, the clothes, when she realizes, that's
you know what the crazy thing? Gizelle is attractive. Gizelle literally, if less is more, right? If she complied with that less is more, she would still look great. But it's all this trying new stuff, trendy, cheap, city trends, Shein, whatever. Like, that's not for you, Gizelle. But I saw some pictures recently with that dude where she just had on something very simple, like a white outfit. She looked good. I think if she continued down that track, but the track she's on is derailed.
She looked a mess in that video with Ashley them this weekend. The little TikTok video.
I don't think a single person in there looked good.
I didn't think
Robyn looked like she was about to go fishing. Did you not see that? It was.
Robyn
this is sad.
Robyn looked like she woke up, dropped the kids off at school. She was about to go run a couple of errands at the dollar store, go make a couple of, go to the grocery store, get a couple of groceries. She's like, that's what I'm saying. I hate to go down this road, but that's what I don't like about the girls on Potomac. They don't give me. It's a show, and the show was initially built around women who were supposed to be these kept women who live behind the gates, who lived a certain lifestyle, who had this certain appearance. And when I look at the girls on Potomac, it gives very much around the way girl.
Robyn said the boy had on. Robyn said that the boy had on a support card. I don't believe she dropped him off at school.
I think Karen, Wendy, and Candiace give us something. And what I like about Candiace's fashion is that she's just kind of herself. It's a little quirky. She may or may not have a stylist, but it's kind of like hers. And she's trying to become an artist and have her own little thing. I like that about her. Wendy is going to go give you, just
Wendy gives
labels. She's going to give labels, just kind of like Karen. She's following Karen's lead in that. She's the only one that I see carrying Birkin bags. She just bought $150,000 Range Rover. She owns her own house. You know what I mean? I like what they're giving.
Let me get to these super chats real quick. Abigail, thank you for the super chat. Gizelle having so much power definitely causing a demise of the show. The fact that she was allowed to isolate Wendy and not be forced to address her issues with her this season was crazy to me. I don't even think they really touched on it at the reunion. Outside of Gizelle saying, I don't like her.
Yeah, that's something that she kept on doing. And Andy wasn't doing good this reunion. And, he got on. He didn't. I don't think that he held Gizelle to the carpet. I don't.
He asked her a couple of questions here and there, but at the point where I felt like when you point at somebody and say I don't like her, my question would have been, well, why don't you like her?
Or it's rude to point at somebody. How you're like 55 years old, pointing talking about I don't like her.
I loved it because it was nasty, but she did it twice.
But remember, Andy said they try to make sure that they put people with the least comfort, the least drama away from each other. Those are not his exact words. Remember, he said that about the seating arrangement?
Yeah.
That shouldn't make sense.
He was trying to sprinkle in them dark girls. Them brown girls. That's what he was trying to do. Thank you, BB, for the super chat. Can we call a thing in my RHONY voice? This show and ATL are over. Recast. Thank you so much for the super chat.
I think that they should definitely recast Potomac because when we look at Atlanta, at one point we have none of the original OG. I mean, none of the OGs on the show. Okay, Sheree. But what I'm saying is they have made it a mission in Atlanta. You could get the boot and go. Like, it's not. You could go.
Yeah.
Deshaun got the boot. Lisa, Sharada got the boot 2 or 5 times. Nene got the boot. Like they don't mind.
They just have to. I think the Potomac cast, they just need to stop being mean girls. You don't gotta meet up with people and have a storyline if you just let the stuff play naturally. You know what I'm saying? We are girls. We're on this show together. Whatever we have, we're going to invite each other and we're going to get there and we're going to have real arguments and that's going to be good TV. Instead of just plotting behind the scenes and we're going to go after Chris this year and next year we're going to go after Eddie. You know what I'm saying? That's not fun. And
it looks orchestrated after a while. It doesn't look like the naturalness. Kind of like what we see with Atlanta. I mean, I feel like the beef is more natural versus like trying to plan some stuff. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I don't want to watch that. I'm sorry.
Didn't they say they got ATL producers for this season? Or did ATL get Potomac's producers?
No, it's all the same.
They was at both.
Eric is the producer for both. Eric is the executive producer for both. But I don't want to see that, Gabor, because they don't have no money. I want to see rich women fighting in 5-star restaurants and 5-star hotels. If I want to go see some regular people fight, I'm just going to go to the Waffle House.
No, what I'm saying
that's
is
what this show has turned into. Waffle House
what I'm saying is, instead of being nasty and getting mad at people and not inviting them to events, like with Charisse's, with Robyn's bachelorette party, why didn't you invite Wendy and Karen? You know what I'm saying? And they could come there. The energy could be awkward and they can have a fight at the table. They can be arguing at the table. Instead, all we got was them talking about Karen the whole time. Karen not able to defend herself. And then when we get to the reunion, all they saying is, well, I only said that because this. So were you lying? Was the stuff that you saying was the truth or not? You know what I'm saying? All y'all doing is talking behind each other back and not, you know what I'm saying? And getting to the reunion and saying, oh, well, I only said that because you said this. But was it true? Why did you lie like that in front of these cameras?
Right.
You know what I thought about too with Mia? Mia really could have had a good storyline because with her revealing to us that G went through his own cancer situation, I think she could have not piggybacked off of it, but for lack of a better word, piggybacked off of I'm really, really scared due to my husband and him having prostate cancer. I really think that Mia could have really went like, we still would have been like, girl, you lying, but I think it would have made for a good, honest storyline for her to reveal that Gordon had his cancer scare. Now I may be going through the same thing. I'm nervous. I'm frightened. I saw what it did to him. Blah 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 blah. But they're so busy lying and like they have storylines. They have stuff that they can talk about. And then on top of that, you can get to a restaurant and curse out the person you don't like. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
we were talking about
exist within the 17 episode season.
But and this is another thing that they did this year too that I didn't like. Gizelle talked about her fibroids made 2 scenes this whole season. She said it on the phone with Robyn and she talked to her daughters about it. Same thing with Mia. Mia probably talked about her cancer scare, her rash 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And now we talking about it at the reunion. Y'all barely we didn't go through through no process with this going on.
You know see, for me, it was Gizelle because we didn't see nothing but a car scene. Yeah, and we over there spending time talking about what was going on with Gizelle. I feel like Mia gave us more than that.
That
I don't believe she had it.
Thing. Why are we having a conversation at the reunion about Gizelle's situation when it was literally a 3.5 minute car scene? Girl, what? So in my head, this shouldn't even be that big of enough to even have to discuss at the reunion.
And then how about the scene that we got that I'm cackling at, and it's not funny, but it was hindsight, okay? It's her trying to fight back her tears. It's like, y'all told us the last time that she showed her ass and was crying and bawling and all this stuff, but y'all edited it out. So since we complained, you gave us a piece of a tear that she was struggling to let out. Like, y'all need to stop playing on people's top. Bravo.
And did you see Karen about to do the fake cry too? I'm telling you, those two are in cahoots. Every time
I believe they're in cahoots.
Me and Jamie were talking about this because, as y'all know, Mia has been in my DMs, and she does watch Mia.
Oh, I thought you said something completely different. Oh, go ahead.
What did you think I said?
Nothing.
No, tell me.
I thought you said many men are in my
many men.
Oh,
I will say, somebody sent me some inappropriate stuff the other day. Please don't do that anymore, huh?
Say the name.
No.
Why? Whisper it.
No. But no,
chat.
I'll say this much. Mia, yes, you do watch my stuff. She leaked all that stuff through my channel. Fine. But you should look at the comments, and the comments will be a really good barometer if you come back exactly how you should move. People don't want to see the sexual stuff. They do not want to see you just make up lies because you don't even like stand in your lies. As soon as somebody calls you out, you just say, yep, I did. Like, you have to do better. You had the money. She's not a bad looking girl. She has the car. She clearly has like a lot of cute homegirls. She really could be a fun girl, but nobody wants to think about Gordon and his not penetrating people. Nobody wants to think about any of that anymore. It's not fun. It's not cute. And it's not what they want from you. When she leaked that stuff, some people in the chat were like, especially the stuff that Gordon said, it humanized her. But why not do that on the show?
I think also I think part of the problem is, I'm going to go into the production side now. I feel like that's part of the problem because, like, remember, I don't know if y'all saw this when Gizelle and Robyn went on that tour explaining when they were on Sherry Shepherd's show, I believe they went on Tamron Hall, and Gizelle made that comment of her basically not caring about what social media has to say because they check and blah blah blah. I think that for them, as long as the folks behind the scene don't say anything to them, they're okay. So I could see them coming back next season, giving the same stunt and show. Because if there's no consequence on the back end, then that means that there won't be any change behavior. You see what I'm saying? So with Mia is still going to come back regardless of what she sees in the comment section. Because if Andy and the other white men ain't told me that I should change, then I'm okay. Just like Gizelle feels as though if they haven't told me anything on the back end, then I don't care what they say on social media. So I'm still going to come back. I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. And then y'all just going to be mad about it. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's gonna happen.
Didn't during the season,
y'all need to get it together for season 8, and this is the road. This is the route that we're taking. Either you in or either you out.
You made me think about something about Andy not checking folks. Didn't Mia go to Twitter and kind of try to put out a video of Jacqueline, kind of like coming at her baby daddy or whatever the case was, and all this other stuff, posting stuff, retracting it. Wendy had to call her out. And I'm thinking about how I did not hear Andy say that she was disastrous on Twitter.
Yep.
Because she is. Like, he didn't even say that.
And then y'all wonder why the people, let me shut up.
He was kind of annoyed with her, though. Did you clock that? She tried to crack a joke. Because, you know, he always has those cue cards where he has the real comment, but he says it's Joyce from Timbuktu. And so Mia tried to like crack that joke, and he was like, "No, I'm asking."
I saw that.
On.
He said,
I think he's getting annoyed with her.
It was about her saying
Baltimore, right?
The man.
Oh no.
It was about the man that she knew that slept with Karen.
Yes.
I think
and she talked about he was family.
But Mia lied about that too.
Talking about that was a family member. And then it sounded like she said it wasn't a family member, it was a friend of a family member. I was so confused.
Everybody family to her, but she was child. Okay.
Cindy, thank you for the super chat. I want to hear Karen's prayer because whatever Robyn set out for her, her karma be quick to come. The tax, the cheating, and all. Robyn lost all credibility. Period. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I just want to try and get through just a few of these.
That's a good problem
if I
to
can find
have.
them. Huh?
That's a good problem to have.
What?
The super chats.
Oh, thank you guys so much for super chatting it up. It was quite a few, but I know it's been a minute. Thank you so much. So iconic. Asked one about Karen's wet.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much for the super chat.
What happened?
April says, ask one about Karen's wet. And I believe that's when Mims was talking about how Karen kept talking about how wet she is. Her moist. So I think that's where that came from. April says, but Karen was right about Juan cheating. Rob the builder knew that Karen knew the truth.
Yes, Rob
possibly,
the builder.
Which is why she kept saying she was waiting on Karen. Thank you for the super chat.
Do y'all think that Karen be putting pop rocks up it like Kandi?
Yeah. Who gonna dig it out? Who gonna taste it, right?
I think it gives Whitney. Pop rocks is whack. I make too much money to ever do that.
Kandi said that in front of her mama, baby. Mama Joyce is sitting right there.
Lord.
Said, yeah, it makes it sticky. It makes it,
Marasa.
But how did y'all feel about
Marasakino? I'm sorry. I was trying to get the name right. Marasakino, because I'm sorry. Please, I feel like I messed it up. Please forgive me. Nobody over 18 should wear that. Mora Sakino. Sakino.
Yeah, I think so.
Mora Sakino. Okay, that sounds so much better. Because I knew I butchered that. Nobody over 18 should wear the hairstyle Charisse wore at the reunion. Thank you so much for the super chat. I agree, unless you're playing, was it Hairspray? Was that the movie that Ricky Lake was in? Yeah, unless you're acting on set.
Oh, unless you're 15.
Well, Charisse was acting on set. Hell, I'm talking about. There's another. Thank you so much, Bernice, for the super chat. Robyn is using pimp logic with that one gets half for doing no work off of her. She's the number one girl to her daddy, Juan. Thank you for the super chat. What were you saying? Rodney, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying the Charisse hairstyle gave very much 15-year-old Hispanic, quinceañera girl. Very much.
It gave me DJ from Proud Family.
Go to the Galleria Mall on Saturday. I'm sure you're going to see at least 2 or 3 girls with big poofy dresses, that same hairstyle, I guarantee you, with some tennis shoes.
Berry Sing.
So it's like you flat iron the hair, then you gel it, and you put that one thing, and then you flat iron another strand, you gel it, and then you put that one. That's what it was.
I got a question. How do y'all feel about knowing more about what actually happened into the hotel room with Gizelle and Chris? I couldn't believe it was no white drunk man. I don't know. I kind of feel Gizelle. I can't imagine a white drunk man standing over me while I'm in my robe.
I'm gonna be honest.
She definitely. Go ahead, Ronnie. You go ahead. Jump out there.
I'm not mad at Chris for defending. Saying whatever he needs to say to get it to clear his name. But I saw a clip of Chris saying that he felt. I think I played it in my video that Robyn should be demoted, and I'm like, you have a lot of smoke. I mean, yes, you should be upset at Robyn, but. You literally just accepted Gizelle's okay, I almost cursed. You accepted her apology when she didn't really apologize about. She just apologized for calling you a sneaky link and saying that you were trying to see if you were down with it. So I'm just trying to figure out what's Chris. Chris, what is your end game like? You accept Gizelle's apology, but you still feel as though Robyn should be demoted. Yes, I do believe Robyn had a part to do with it, but I would assume that you would have a lot of smoke and you would not have accepted Gizelle's apology because she was the one who was really out here.
He said that?
He said it. He said it on 2 T's. I don't know if you watch
it's the podcast.
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
I will not give them a view.
Is it Teddy on that one? I think I know what you're talking about. 2 P's in a pod or something.
Teddy and Tamara. He said on their podcast that Robyn should be demoted. And I'm like, well, girl, Gizelle was the one who was out here accusing you of SA and saying that you were sneaky leak and saying that you were trying to see if you were down with it. Like, I get you being upset at Robyn because you felt like Robyn was probably a friend and you probably think she had something to do with it. Yeah. But if you don't forgive Gizelle, then why are you out here on the Robyn train? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
No, I feel you. That doesn't really make sense to me.
Like,
I don't know why he would do that.
When I did my review, I swear I thought I heard Chris say he asked Gizelle to go to her room, which was different than what he had said initially. Initially, he said he was 99% sure that Gizelle was the one that said, let's go talk in my room. Then
he said, hypothetically speaking.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, I'll humor you, basically. Like, let's say that's what happened.
But, you know, but Chris does, but like I always call him Mr. Congeniality because, like, Gizelle pretty much just, you know, like Robyn said about Karen, you could have, you know, what you said about Juan could have stuck and it could have been damaged. And that's how you know Robyn knows that, like, what Gizelle did was absolutely wrong.
I just don't think that Chris.
That is so key.
I don't know what I think is wrong with. I don't know. I think that Chris oversteps a lot.
It's liquor. It's liquor.
It's more than liquor. It's more than liquor. Even as gay men, I just would not. You know, it's just you. These are still women that you're around. You know what I'm saying? So you still have to move a certain type of way. Yeah, you may not be trying to sleep with the person, but there's a way that you still have to move around. He should have never even been in a hotel room with the girl. I don't think that he should have been in a hotel room with the girl. To me, I think that he's one of the women. You know what I'm saying? And because he's a
No, I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I feel like that. I think that he think that he's one of the women. He think that he's a part of the show. He trying to produce scenes and stuff behind the scenes. And I'm going to get this person together and I'm going to get this person together. No, it's just the way that you're supposed to move. You don't need to be writing Ashley at 2:00 in the morning talking about come to the W. I don't care if you was replying to a story or not. She don't need to be up there. You know, people can be dirty. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get yourself in these situations where nobody can accuse you of nothing if you was moving a certain type of way anyway. You have to, it's the way in which you move.
I think that's a good point, especially now with the Ashley thing. My thing is you should have never did that with a BIT that can't never keep you straight with your wife anyway. They always on the in and out. So he was really foul for that. But I also think when it comes to the dynamic of the ladies, I think he looks at them like they could be like big sisters or something or sisters to him. So I feel like that's why he feels like he navigates the group the way that he does. And let's be honest, Chris been on this show for multiple seasons. What Chris did that night, I guarantee you, isn't different than anything they've had in the past when he has probably gone into hotel rooms to have conversations. The problem is that, in my personal opinion, is that Gizelle does not like to be checked. And I feel like Chris went to that room to check her about what happened at that reunion when she said that if Mia would have hit Candiace, she would have been understanding to it or whatever the case was, even though when Monique was on the show, she was saying something different. So I feel like she did not like that conversation and she tried to disguise it as something else when she felt like she had a leg to stand on when it came to the Ashley situation, just throwing out stuff at different times. She did it on the show and she did it in different interviews, insinuating as though that man was throwing himself at her. And it was like, nah, he was getting your ass together because he didn't like how the flow of the reunion went and you felt uncomfortable and you figured that you would use this as a way to get at Candiace or whatever the case was, make it a part of the storyline throughout the season. But honestly, I feel like Chris operated with them the way he's always operated with them. And she put 20 on 10. That's just that's my personal though now. Yeah, I think y'all I'm just telling you.
I don't think that's a good point. Out of the ordinary. Now, I will say that the problem that I have, another problem that I have is, even though I feel as though he hasn't done anything out of the ordinary at this point in the game, Chris, you should know better. You know what I'm saying? Because you know,
points on that.
You know that these women do not like your wife
or you.
Clearly,
I'm confused on what the conversation. I'm confused on what the conversation was in the room. So at first, I thought that the conversation was Nikki shading her and how he was upset with the way that Nikki asking Candiace to sing and Candiace not singing at the time. Then it turned into it's almost like three different
about Candiace.
Yeah, Gizelle said that he was complaining to Candiace about something. Like, so I don't
she
know.
She made it seem like he was complaining to her about his wife. Like, Candiace did this and Candiace, like, that's how she tried to play it up so she can hit us with that layup of he a sneaky link.
Yeah, so but we ain't accepting that. We're not accepting a sneaky link apology because of the way that you presented it. We're not accepting that apology. I shouldn't have put that. No. You was implying something else, so you're going to have to stand in that. Yes. But I did not like what Chris had said. I can accept the apology. And Candiace, it basically happened to me. You can feel the way that you... That's what I heard. He basically said, Candiace, you can feel the way that you feel about it, but I'm going to accept the apology. But I understand why you don't want to. And it was, to me, it was like, okay, well, it is what it is. I'll never defend him again.
I would not have accepted that. And I feel like Chris is the type of person that I'm not going to say he don't want people mad at him, but it's something about his dynamic where he's like, I don't want to do like, okay, I'm okay. That's fine. Like, let's move past this. Like he kind of gives me, I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't think I'm saying it right about Chris. But he's the type of person that don't like to hold grudges forever. You saw how quick he was to forgive Miss Ashley for the stuff that she's done. And I think that's how he operates. But he got to know who he married to.
But he didn't forgive. That's not. But he was over there quiet with Miss Dorothy, not last season, right? Wasn't he over there not talking to Miss Dorothy in the house? And Miss Dorothy ain't never accused him of no SA or implying SA.
Or did he not know how to take her?
Candiace made it seem like that they was in there not really talking to each other. They was in there being dry with each other. That's how Candiace made it seem.
Well, to me, it's giving, I'm going to stay the hell out your way. Because if I got a mother-in-law or a father-in-law, I don't know how to take you. I'm not going to say a whole lot to you either. Like, I ain't trying to have no issue, but let me scoot around over here. I ain't going to go this way to get the rice. I'm going to go around that way to get the rice. Excuse me. Sorry, I don't want no conflict. My bad.
I don't even want the rice no more. I'll be all right.
I think that some people are happy drunks. I really do think that a lot of times, you can get to drinking and you just feel like you can fix world hunger. I think that Chris and Candiace are like that. They just want to be friends. They just want to be down. And maybe, I don't know, how old are they? I know Chris has to be at least mid-30s, right?
I think
Chris is in his early 40s, I think.
Well, then you're too old to really want to be friends with everybody. Because at a certain point, I think that that's a young person's mindset. You think everybody likes you, and when somebody doesn't like you, you get your feelings hurt. Well, at 40, on a show like this, you have to expect that these people are not going to like you at some point, or they may have never liked you. Your friendship with them is a means to an end, and that means to an end is a check. They need to realize that.
This is going to be difficult for her.
I want Chris to get in the kitchen and cook some food and quit worried about the girls' friendship. This is just supposed to be extra money for Candiace. You don't need to be worried about the friendships and who talking to who and all of this other type of stuff. Chris,
so be more like Ray, there but not there for real.
Yeah,
but show up at the reunion.
You gotta support your wife, but you ain't gotta be one of the girls.
But in Chris's defense, they did make him the storyline, in my opinion, for this. Like, they literally started out this season talking about Chris. The middle of the season, they were still talking about Chris. The end of the very last episode, it was still about Chris. So
you done pissed Gabor off, Rodney. Now he done left. You done pissed Gabor off.
He probably clicked the wrong button.
Running his mouth. But I think that, Chris, in his defense, he, they put him in the mess. So I'm not mad at him for saying whatever he needs to say. But I think where I start to get confused with Chris is like, I saw him say something about supposedly, allegedly, Gizelle and Ashley were paid off by a producer. What's he saying on DJ Richie Sky's show or something?
I haven't heard it yet.
He was basically saying, I think it was DJ Richie Sky. He was basically saying that allegedly he heard that a producer was going to pay Gizelle and Ashley, I guess, some extra money for Gizelle to come to the reunion and say that Chris was tugging and pulling on his stuff in front of her in the room.
That is a strong Alex.
I'm telling you, this is what he said. I heard it out of his own mouth.
That could get kicked off the show.
So basically what I'm trying to get to is the part where I start to get confused at Chris Bassett and look at him sideways is you forgave Gizelle at the reunion, but here we are at this current day. you're still talking about Gizelle and what Gizelle supposedly did. So if you knew this information going into the reunion and you still forgave her, why are we still talking about Gizelle and what she was supposed to do at the reunion with Ashley? Because he said that Ashley, he said that's part of the reason why him and Candiace got so upset, because they thought that that's where they were about to go, because Ashley started saying, wasn't it something else that you said happened in the room, Gizelle? And so they thought that Gizelle was about to say it at the reunion, but she never said it. So
yeah, I saw that. Yes, I saw that. Yes, I saw that.
Chris, like, that's the only part where it's like, Chris, I'm not mad at you for defending yourself, but at the same time, you forgave Gizelle, but you're talking about it now that, oh, she could have been or should almost did something. Did you forgive the girl and move on? You still talking about it? What we doing? Because if you're mad, you're mad. If I'm mad at you today, tomorrow, next week, next month, and girl, when we start filming for season 8.
Forever.
Rodney bumped that. If he said that like, that's not a paid for interview. You got no money to do that interview, and you just threw production under the bus. Ooh. I'm sure Candiace is at least making what, $400,000 to $600,000 at the least per year. Y'all need that money. Why would you say anything to anybody about that?
That's another thing too. I thought about that too.
That's crazy.
I would have never, if Gizelle had felt that. I'm confused. Can y'all please help me understand? To me, if I don't understand, my whole thing is, if Gizelle was a woman who really felt a certain type of way, and they're telling her, well, we're not upset at you for feeling the way that you feel. We're upset at you for waiting and saying it to you. I feel like Gizelle has the right to say it whenever she want to say it. But I'm never forgiving Gizelle for throwing extra on it, for the sneaky link, for a many men wanted to be with me and he wanted to see if I was with it. For that alone, I could never forgive you for that. Because you put more on it than it needed to be, and you did try to paint me out to be a predator. Y'all tried to Michael Darby me, and you didn't use the words. You used everything but those words.
They did.
And have the opportunity, I feel, to do this shit again next year.
They did.
I'm done. I am done, Jamie. Somebody just sent you a super chat and taught you in the super chat how to pronounce their name so that you don't get it wrong. I'm done.
Where is it? Where is it? Let me get to it. 1 second. I appreciate it. Is this it? Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Shalaki.
Oh, okay. Come on, Mr.
Did I say it right? Because sometimes they say Sha and sometimes they say Cha. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Chalaki? Please tell me. Right. You don't have to send another one, but just let me know. I hope I said it right. I appreciate the disclaimer.
Love that.
Love this panel. What's funny is how Jizzy needed security for Chris Samuels, who wasn't even yelling at her yet. For Chris Bassett, she sat there and took the lashing.
Oh, not the lashing.
Was it a tongue lashing?
Thank you for the super chat.
Chris
that was a good observation. That was a good one.
And Gizelle was sitting up there playing that game. Well, Chris, you're not going to cuss at me because we don't have to have the conversation. See, the girls be knowing how to Karen when they want to Karen, child.
Gizelle was. I said, look out, go.
Yeah.
Look out.
But I knew what she was going to do. I knew what it was when she said, "Well, I have the right to feel how I want to feel." She ain't sorry about nothing. She wasn't about to take it back. She knew she was wrong, and that's what she was banking on.
And she didn't even really apologize for it. Like, that wasn't even like an apology. It was just like, I'm apologizing now for what I did. Where is the apology? And Chris still accepted that. That's it wasn't even a real apology. You still accepted that. Give me 1 second, y'all. Stephanie Ray says, Baltimore does not claim Charisse. We just don't. Thank you so much for the super chat. Give me, let me get one more. April, Charisse isn't really that grand anymore. Look at her. She looks like she works at the corner store. She doesn't have the money she used to have. Thank you for the super chat. Socially, Stacy, in the Housewives book, she said she wanted to come back, but they felt like it wasn't going to work because she couldn't talk about her divorce. In season 3, she didn't tell the cast she was what? FOH.
Oh, a friend of Housewives.
Oh, friend of the Housewives? Is that what it is?
Also, she was shooting and she never told. She still had them thinking she was a housewife, even though she knew she was.
That's some shady stuff there, Miss Charisse.
I want to point
that's
out really quick. She says she got half, right? But if I recall correctly, Eddie had come back and said that he didn't have any money. I feel like there was something that Eddie had said where there was like alimony, divorce. There was something in there where Eddie was saying he was no longer like a head coach and he didn't have the money that he used to have. So when she's saying I got half of not much is less.
Well,
I don't remember.
I'm gonna have to stop. Let me come in. So I feel like he could have had investments, right? But did you not hear Karen Huger talking about a forensic person that can go in and really look at the finances and see what a coin is? Because let a lot of these rappers tell it, I ain't got it, Your Honor. I'm broke. I ain't got this and that. But when you get the right people to go in and find a coin, you won't be Ashley Darby, Barbie.
Sutton did too.
Sutton did the same thing.
And she was trying to get Erica Jane to do it before she knew that Erica Jane was over there frauding the people.
I've had to hire a forensic accountant as well. But that's, I mean, Karen, where was your forensic accountant with raised taxes?
Huh?
Man,
what happened?
Right,
What was said? Ray said, "No, what I got to do with this?" Ray.
She didn't hire nobody. She didn't hire nobody, so she had to soldier about her man. That's what she claimed it. She had to soldier for Ray.
But she wanted the money back.
And that's what I'm saying. Karen be putting on stunts and shows. Karen paid that. Ooh, I almost heard. Karen paid that bill, and then
she put down on it.
When she got a little bit of.
Not a layaway tax debt.
Oh no, she put a little something down on it. She didn't pay it. She put some down on it.
She put some 10%.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said she wanted her. That's why Karen probably don't drink as much as she used to, because when Karen get drunk, she tell her real business.
Baby, Karen said, "I want my money back." She was she was dead serious, and I felt that when she said it too. I didn't sign up for this.
I'm Karen.
Me too.
I don't blame her. Give my damn money back.
Look, Jamie, I'm watching the accounts as soon as mine come in. Look, you bad at paying people.
This how I knew Karen wasn't nothing. Remember when the mess hit about raised taxes, and then Karen came back, I think season 3 or season 4, I can't remember. She was wearing jumpsuits every day, short off her body. She had went about that brand new car. She was trying her hardest to distance herself from Ray and those taxes. I know y'all.
She shot her first scene with Robyn because she thought Robyn could understand where she was coming from, because Robyn was the brokest one on the show.
And then she came back and paid that man bill, and then said she wanted her money.
No, Robyn gave her the okie doke and started questioning her about her taxes. Gabora's probably right. She was like, "Okay, I'm gonna shoot with the broke one."
Yeah, she said, "I'm gonna shoot with Robyn," and Robyn was offended. Robyn was offended, and Karen told her Robyn doesn't. She said Karen is loaded. Karen is loaded. Karen doesn't owe nobody anything. Remember?
I don't remember that.
She called them some messy batches.
Y'all be remembering scene by scene.
Everything. I gotta go back.
I gotta go back and watch and hit replay. And
she say Karen is debt free and loaded. And you go back and you talk to the messy batches. She called them batches. Remember?
Batches.
Abigail says, I think Robyn and Candiace pushed for Charisse to come back to expose Karen and ice out Wendy. They want Charisse to replace Wendy. Thank you so much for the super chat. Robyn and Candiace? Or Robyn and Gizelle? Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't think I don't know about Candiace.
Candiace doing that. I can see Robyn and Gizelle.
Gizelle, for sure. Karen has a net worth of $10 million and Charisse is worth $8 million. According to April.
Karen,
thank you, April, for the super chat.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe.
Do y'all know anybody that own any Ladom? No, wow.
Really BTV.
I feel like there's probably
really BTV. I think she got a candle, a 3-week.
She did get a that smell good.
Really BTV got a she's a YouTuber as well. She got a 3-week candle. I'm not sure if she lit it yet. I don't know how it smells. I'll have to ask her. And how it burns. I don't know how it burns.
And if Karen is worth $10 million, I know that doesn't mean $10 million in the bank, but if Karen is worth $10 million, then why is she still renting a home?
Okay, so if anybody that knows anything about real estate, anytime you have to do a short sale, it's not a good look. That means that you need the money quick and you're not going to get the value of the home. She had to do a short sale in addition to giving Ray that money. So we don't know of any other properties that they own. Net worths are built up of a lot of different things. You can have investments, you can have multiple homes, you can have investment properties. All of that is built into your net wealth. So you could have somebody in California with a regular house that's a millionaire technically because they own $1 million home. So all of these people who say these things with network, people have to turn their stuff in to get on these lists, right? I don't bit more believe that Karen is worth 10 million. I do think that this show, not at all.
Karen might give you about 850,000, 750.
Because they still claim that Kenya's net worth is about 500,000, but her home is valued at 2 million.
Right.
Her home alone is valued at 2 million.
At 2 million.
So it can't be that.
They talked about Kenya tear down when she was getting that house built too.
I knew because Kenya never gave me bad taste. I knew Kenya was gonna flip that house. I knew she was. The house was
she has a really nice home. I think Kenya should actually go into like what interior decorating or create like a line or something.
So cute.
Because she really knows how to do that.
On HGTV, I would watch it.
You would? Oh yeah, that would be good if she did some features on HGTV.
That would be cute.
She was trying to help Todd out with that apartment in New York. Remember, she was trying to help
talking about the one with Todd?
Yeah, but I don't know if Kandi was gonna open the bank to him.
Kandi.
That man does not like to do nothing for his daughter because when Kandi said give it to his daughter, he said no, right? I'll just leave it to her in the will.
Kandi said that Kandi wanted him to give that girl that Range Rover too. When they got married.
He in charge.
I said, girl, I don't care who tell the show to box. She said that Todd is in charge and she follows Todd leads on most of the business deals.
I saw that.
Not the multi-millionaire who made her husband a millionaire telling us that she followed her husband on the business. I said, okay, Kandi.
All right. Before we get to some more super chats, it's getting closer to us to hop off. But was there anything you guys wanted to share about that whole colorism conversation when Candiace pretty much called Gizelle a gutter snipe ass bitch? Did I get it right? A gutter snipe ass bitch. And then she said she's closer to white proximity, I believe she said. And then Mia decided to defend Gizelle for the second time when Gizelle gonna bring it to her next season with the embezzlement. Yeah.
Mia is slow. Mia's the left.
Wendy did too. Wendy defended her too.
Wendy definitely defended, and I didn't understand why she spoke up in that piece when y'all got nothing accomplished during the colorism conversation. And even then, it still doesn't deny what Candiace is saying. Even then, it still doesn't deny anything that girl was saying.
No.
I don't think it almost felt like she was chastising her, right? And she was doing it in front of people. That's what I didn't like. I will say that sometimes when Candiace has these very visceral reactions, it turns the audience against her. So if she was going to do anything, she should have said, okay, girl, I feel exactly what you're saying. Just dial it down a little bit. You're on it. And then because Candiace did kind of calm down a little bit, and then she delivered her reads with a less harsh tone. She still said what she had to say and she stood in it. I just feel like Wendy was almost admonishing her. Like, don't do that. If you're going to back somebody up, back them up. Even if you got to do this, because we all know Candiace will go off. Do like this, Candiace. And then Candiace knows, okay, I'm taking it. I'm a little too loud. I'm a little too with it. Just pull it back a little bit and continue to eviscerate her. But what Wendy did failed. I didn't like it. It didn't feel good. Robyn would have never did that to Gizelle.
I would have never did that to one of my friends either.
Robyn literally sat on the stage and quoted Chris in defense of Juan. So we know she would have pulled that stuff with I'm not mad at Candiace for the delivery. Was I over here when she was going off? Was I clutching my pearls? Like, ooh, girl, sister is really about to go there. I wasn't upset at the delivery because when you do the things that Gizelle has done, and as silly as Candiace may be when it comes to her not really knowing how to determine who's her friend, she, I guess, considered Gizelle a friend. So for her to turn around and, you know, accuse your husband of SA and say that he's a sneaky link and say that he, you know, basically knew that your glam was gone, that's why he had you come into your dressing room. I'm not mad at the delivery. Quiet as a skip. I think it should have been a little bit more. I think that the only time, one of my professors, Dr. Johnny, used to always say, if you're not uncomfortable, you're not learning. So if the room is uncomfortable, it's because it's something that needs to be said.
I kind of almost knew that Gizelle was going to come after Chris with something like this, because this is what happened on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Remember when they had it was a scene with, it wasn't on I don't think it premiered on the show. I think it was like an extra or something like that. But it was all of the men. So it was Greg, Apollo, Peter, Todd. They was all meeting somewhere. They all met at bar one and had drinks. And Apollo asked all of the men, besides their wife, which of the women in the group you would sleep with? And when they asked Todd said, Porsha. He said it 3 times. All of a sudden, Porsha was claiming that Todd and Kandi wanted to put her in the dungeon and was trying to take her to the dungeon and give her drinks and all of this other type of stuff, right? Then last season, it was the same question. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was calling Wendy insecure when she was telling her husband, "No, you write nothing on that paper. It better not be nothing on that paper." Because remember, he wrote N/A, and depending on the marker that you was using, it could have looked like Mia. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "You better not write nothing on that paper." But Candiace,
he does like booty models.
Candiace said that he has a crush on Gizelle. He thinks just Gizelle is all of this. You know what I'm saying? He has a crush on Gizelle. I knew that when I saw Katie come on the show this season and they mentioned her Ray crush on Katie, I was like, oh, it's just a matter of time until we see the crush that Chris is supposed to have on Gizelle. And what do you know? It didn't take that long. It was the same season. All of a sudden now, Chris was trying to see what Gizelle was with it. Because she played off of the stuff that Candiace said. Candiace should have never answered that question. That's what I think that she banked on. She banked on.
It's never a good look to say that. They did it on Beverly Hills last season. And the minute that Mauricio said that he liked Dorit, Kyle went and turned her hair blonde. And Dorit went brown.
Yikes.
Yeah,
well. Anything else on Housewives before we wrap it up? I'm so sorry I did not get to the super chats, but we gonna have to, some people have some places to be as we are approaching 9:00. So I'm so sorry, but I thank you guys so much for sending them in. Tell the people where to find y'all.
Rodney the Voice, Instagram.
Don't do your super chats.
Twitter.
Are you sure? Because I know y'all got okay.
Super chats.
Okay. All right. Thank y'all. So I know y'all got to go
chats around here.
Okay, let me scroll up. Sorry, y'all. Just want to make sure I get them so y'all can feel the love because I appreciate it. I think I could have been at. Was it? No.
I know CE had sent in a super chat.
Okay, I think I'm right. No, okay. 1 second. I'm going. Y'all can go ahead and be telling where to find y'all while I pull this up. Mims, you're next. Oh, you went Rodney?
I'm there. Rodney the Voice on everything. And this
with an E or A?
Shout out to Nate. Huh?
A.
Is it with a the or A?
It's A, the ghetto way. THA.
Got you.
You Andrew the voice, but I heard that your voice sound like was it Latavia?
Oh.
Birds flying high.
I can't.
Come on. That means I'm the gag is that means I'm talented enough to be in a group with Beyonce. So y'all can play me.
Period.
I heard she has a documentary coming out.
Who?
Latavia. Latavia has a documentary coming out.
Not Kelly.
Did y'all see?
Latavia has a documentary.
Did y'all see Kelly at World Pride performing Bootylicious with them drag queens?
No.
No.
I didn't see her, but I saw her say she was glad to be back on stage. I didn't know what it was for.
Well, you know, it got to be something for Pride.
I knew it was a World Pride, but I didn't see her perform Bootylicious.
I used to feel so bad when they would be talking about Beyonce's accolades. Oh, Beyonce just won 8 Grammys, and Beyonce just topped the Hot 100 list. And then they said Kelly is big in Japan. I would fall out of my
hilarious. Giving Shiloh, thank you for the super chat. Am I tripping, or do more people want to get rid of Robyn for lying versus getting rid of Mia for assaulting Wendy? Ooh, like, where's the outrage? Thank you for the super chat. That's a great point.
That's how I felt about the end of the reunion. I felt like there were too many people outraged over Candiace's delivery versus the actions of Gizelle.
Do we actually think that they're going to get rid of Mia? I think that she should be gone for throwing it. Me personally, I think that when you don't punish people for stuff like that, it only can get worse because people feel like they can do it again. Ain't nothing going to happen. So she got to go, in my opinion. If they get rid of her
for that, Gabor, then she needs to file suit because you've already set a precedent for allowing people to get physical season after season without them ever having consequence. The only consequence Kung Fu Porsha got was that first time that she pulled Kenya's hair. Each other instance of her physically fighting somebody came with no consequences.
That's true, but on Love and Hip Hop, from what I understand now, they have where if you touch, you're gone. Like I think Tokyo Vanity, she got into an altercation on the reunion. I think they sent her home. Somebody else got into an altercation. And we know Love and Hip Hop been with her.
If I remember correctly.
To a point where they can say, okay, this is too much, then Bravo definitely needs to get to a point where they say, okay, somebody's going to have to be the example.
But Porsha, I think that people got it. Porsha was not reprimanded for fighting Kenya. Porsha was filming, but Porsha was actually sleeping with a married man, and she didn't want it to be on the show. If I remember correctly, Porsha was actually sleeping with that married man that Claudia was talking about, and she didn't want it to play out on the show. And when it came down to the footage, they didn't have enough footage for Porsha to go through season 7 with, so they made her a friend of the show.
No, wait a minute.
Allegedly. Porsha was not reprimanded for that fight. She was not, Porsha went to all kind of counseling. She was a friend of the show that season. I believe Andy came out and said, I believe that Andy came out and said that Porsha was not reprimanded. Porsha was a friend of the show season 7 because she was actually messing with a married man and she didn't want it to play out on the show. I'm serious. I remember this. Why y'all looking at me like that? I'm serious.
Because girl, I ain't never heard nobody say that. I ain't never heard that.
I've never.
I know I'm nosy and messy. I ain't never even heard of that before.
Okay.
I haven't.
Porsha was not
sense though.
Porsha was because she came back season 8.
All these other people.
She came back season 8, season 7. She was a friend of the show.
I remember her being a friend, but I thought it was due to.
It wasn't because of the. It wasn't because of the altercation. They had all kind of counselings and stuff with her being on the show.
Wow.
I'm gonna look it up.
Thank you for the super chat, Lisa. Hey, my favorite foursome. If Robyn is not demoted, Bravo is colorist. They put Kenya Summer more on pause because of that no good mark. Thank you for the super chat. Houston of Foodie 713. So Chris was mad because they were checking Candiace for his mouth, saying your mama, and not learning from the Monique situation. Chris needs to sit it down. Thank you so much for the super chat.
That is actually Houston Foodie 713.
I'm so sorry. What did I say? I was going so fast.
No. It's an area code.
Oh, and Mary. Kendall, thank you so much for the super chat. Maybe he didn't see anything wrong with going in the room because he's not sexually attracted to her. So it wasn't a thing about it like that. So I guess he wasn't thinking about it like that.
But that's not what Candiace said. That's not what his wife said.
But if that were the case, why would he do that when Candiace is probably on the same floor or right above him because they always in the same hotel room? In the same hotel.
I just don't see, even with it happening.
Even if he did, that's dumb as hell.
Like at the reunion, I really don't think anybody would have been thinking like Gizelle and Chris.
Did she have a whole boot on her foot last year?
I don't think that she had it on at the reunion. I don't think that Chris was trying to do nothing with her either. But what I'm saying is, I know that Gizelle was gonna play. I know that Gizelle was gonna play that game. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. When you broke it down earlier,
she was going to play that game.
And let me say this before we go. I'm sorry. Let me say this. I also understand too. But when he said it earlier, why some women don't want their men to look, compliment, say hello to a woman because look at what Gizelle has done. So it's kind of like I get why Wendy was saying Ninja fixed that on that paper because we know she gonna say you want her. You know what I'm saying? I see why some women act that way because now I ain't talking about y'all who ain't got. I'm talking about the ones who got a decent man, Savannah. Now some of y'all know who y'all in the bed with. Just saying. But I get why some women are like, no, because I know how she gonna move and I know how these girls act. So make sure you put no, capital letters, with a line underneath. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Identity Bandit, for the super chat. Amber Adair, I disagree. Chris foresaw what actually happened this season. We don't want to see them being nasty and fighting all the time. Thank you so much for the super chat, Amber. I think, okay. CE, did Chris really forgive her? Because we keep saying that. Thank you for the super chat. That's what he said. Sound like he said he forgive her, ready to move on. That's why Candiace says she don't forgive him.
I kind of want Wendy to be grimy. If she comes back next season, I want her to say something like, well, I've seen all of Jamal's other women and they look like me. Is that why you don't like me? I really want her to be grimy.
I want Wendy to go there because I want the person who I want, because I feel like people gonna like it, people gonna like it, people gonna hate it. I want Candiace to literally go get a baby mama and bring her on the show.
My.
That's reality TV. That's reality TV right there.
Because at this point, where I'm at with Candiace is either they're gonna like you, either they're gonna hate you. If you're gonna hate me, I'm gonna give you something to hate me for.
Well, you know, Gizelle is already weaponizing her friendship. Remember when she was talking to Chris, she was like, you know, I thought that when me and your wife was friends at the time, letting Candiace know, girl, I'm not your friend no more. You know, it was still playing that big sister role. I'm weaponizing my friendships with y'all because I know y'all want to be around me because I got green eyes. That I couldn't get to my daughters.
Rodney, good TV or good YouTube?
Candiace should be on her. I got my fingernail clipper.
All right, Candiace. Put the knife down. Put the knife down.
And Barry.
I'm sorry. This is my fingernail clipper. I'm sorry. I think that Candiace should be on her. I don't know why I'm pointing at y'all, child. Do not talk about my mother. I think Candiace should be on her Kenya Moore. Bringing side chicks around over wigs.
We could be on that. We ain't even got to go that far. I think she could be on her Monique Samuel. We can bring Kendall on the show.
There we go.
Just like they brought Kendall on the show to tell that her man, that Gizelle man, was over there getting arrested in parks for cruising.
They need to go after Gizelle, not retaliate. Go in being messy.
Thank you, Jasmine, for the super chat. What y'all think Chris' daughters think? I don't know. I wonder if they watch the show.
Matter of fact, I want Candiace to bring the new man on the show. Ain't he over there at Summer House? We're gonna go get their friends. We're gonna go get the girls that he was messing with over there at Summer House, and we're gonna bring him into the mix too. You'll never have nobody sitting behind you at the reunion messing with me. Because she never has.
Thank you, Lantoinette, for the super chat. I really want to know Chris' family dynamics. I think we may never know. Thank you for the super chat. You said what?
Didn't see them all this year. We saw them that one little bit last season.
Candiace had a spinoff show.
Kalasia, I hope I said that right. Love this panel, my faves. Please tell me y'all will keep it going after Real Housewives of Potomac. What show will y'all do next?
Come on.
That's something we'll have to talk about. That's something we'll have to talk about. Thank you for the super chat. I think they sell a Dom at the Bloomingdale's in the DMV. It's not at my local Bloomingdale's in New York. Thank you for the super chat. Chowney, forgive me. Everyone talked about Rob's tax debt. So she has to go. So no one will hold her accountable. Thank you for the super chat. I think that may be the last night.
Rodney,
she said Karen is worth $10 million. That's a lie. From the pits of hell, I hollered so loud I spit out my Cold Stone ice cream. And this ish is expensive. Thank you for the super chat. Okay.
It is expensive.
It is. Mint Robyn and Gizelle wanted to bring Charisse back to replace Wendy. Robyn was so quick to point out Charisse is friendly with all but Wendy and Karen, and I didn't lie. I was like, why you had to do that? I mean, maybe they don't know each other, but I was like, you little shady helper.
Can I say one last thing?
Yes, thank you for the super chat.
I was watching the show before we went live, so I could So, anyways, Robyn was wrong for not letting Wendy's kids come, inviting Wendy to the thing, because Robyn, when I was watching the reunion back, Robyn's exact words were, "My kids want to have a family fun day." So if your kids want to have a family fun day, you should have put aside whatever feelings you had for Wendy to make sure that her kids could be there. Because Robyn did say, "My kids want to have a family fun day." So if this is something your kids put together, then you should put your feelings aside that you have for Wendy to make sure that her kids can be at the family fun day that your kids supposedly came over.
That lady be playing so much in people's face.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It was iconic when they had the Bailey Bowl. Remember they had the Bailey Bowl and Nene and Marlo was chasing her and Marlo was chasing Nene in front of her son. You mad because I want one of you mad because I'm about to put Kenya on? You remember she was chasing Nene?
Yeah, I remember that.
Invite Wendy and bring her the kids there so we can have a good show.
She's too cheap. That wasn't anything that any parent would put on, because a real parent would say, okay, we're going to have about 20 to 30 children out here. We're going to have food. We're going to have snacks. Robyn brought one table and some chips and some water and said, this is family fun day. That's it. And some burlap sacks.
Let me ask one question. I know we have to go. Do y'all think that it should be mandatory that when it's group events that everybody should be in attendance?
Yeah.
I think
that's mandatory. So. And I also think that the husband needs to be at the reunion. How many games is compensated?
Why are you mad at me?
Yes, tell all of Atlanta why you mad at me, because I'm Kenya's friend, because I'm getting ready to put Kenya on. Yeah, Marlo was feeling herself, baby.
Yeah,
but I also think that the husband should be at the reunions too. You know what I'm saying? If one can't make it to the reunion, is Coppin State make it to the Final Four? Did they make it to the Final Four? He ain't doing that hell of no coaching, no way. So, I mean, one ain't doing nothing where he can't catch a red out of New York to come to the reunion and then leave.
I'll say this much. If the husbands are really involved in New Jersey, so I can definitely understand why the husbands need to be at the reunions in New Jersey. I don't care about the husbands coming for Potomac. I just feel as though or Atlanta. If the husbands are not like a storyline, like they have storylines on New Jersey, then I don't really care about them being in attendance. But I do believe that every group, if it's a group, that everyone needs to be there. I don't care if you hate them or not. They need to be. They were all at Candiace's they were at Candiace's video shoot. Whatever.
And that's the thing that I say about the colorism. That's that's what I'm saying. Is it colorism or is it something else? Because Wendy and Candiace have this thing to where they feel like they have to do what's better for the group, but the other girls don't feel that way. They don't care about not inviting Wendy and Candiace nowhere. They wasn't even at Grace's Sweet 16 party. You know what I'm saying? They don't care.
Lantoinette says, I'm not mad at her either. I would still be cursing Gizelle out today. And every time I see her.
Every time.
Mr. Shalaki.
Get it right.
Shalaki. Look, Shalaki Forgive me, I hope I said it right. I just hope that Candiace and Wendy truly are connected next season because those two sisters only got each other on this show. P.S. Ashley selling fans now that says Darby's Barbie on them. Thank you so much for the super chat. I saw that and I was like laughing my ass off. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Like, girl, what is this, honey?
And she's also selling a coochie fan. So is that for people with
I
hot
saw
boxes
that.
like Gizelle? If you got a hot box, you need a coochie fan? Is that how that works? I don't have a hot box, so I don't know the rules.
Michael, no. Thank you so much, Abigail. You've been super chatting it up. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. The way Mia and Ashley ran to Gizelle's defense and then tried to play reverse color. Listen, okay? Play the reverse colorism card. Literally showed colorism. Listen. And Candiace hit their ass with that uno out because I said what I said. I understand what the hell it is I said, and I'm not taking back shit that I said. And I was like, yes, Candiace. Period.
That's why I was at on too.
Can you put Lunar Love in timeout? She said Michael got a bussy fan. I'm done. I'm done.
Definitely going in timeout. Oh,
no, I love you, Lunar. I love you, Lunar.
I can't believe that Wendy stood in defense of Giselle after Giselle pointed down on that couch twice. And Giselle didn't even look at her. She pointed down to that couch twice and said, because I don't like her. And she didn't even defend you. She just said that she didn't care about you being defended when you got assaulted by Mia because I don't like her. And you sitting up here jumping. Wendy look like Boo Boo the Fool.
Y'all know Wendy is my girl. Y'all know I've been team Wendy since she first stepped on the scene with a gangster lean. But when I tell I was so disappointed in Wendy, I was like, girl, you are so whack right now. Like, girl, you do not have to be the girl. Girl, we just not a That is not what this is about. You need to shut up like Robyn is shutting up, okay? Because the truth of the matter is everybody knew that Gizelle was lying, but nobody called her out. So if you felt like Candiace was out of order, you can feel how you feel. You should have addressed Candiace after the cameras went down.
Afterwards.
You was doing too much, girl. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't know. Maybe Wendy was getting back at her for the whole Candiace saying Robyn was a loyal friend thing.
You think so?
Possibly. Anything else on Potomac? I don't think Mims and Gabor told the people where to find them.
You can find me on YouTube at Andrew Gabor.
And Mims is Make It Make Sense. Mims.
Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to be live tonight. I was the one that was late. We have run a little bit over, so I'm still deciding. I might go live tonight. Oh no, I'm gonna go live in 15 minutes. Y'all
make sure y'all hop over there to Mims live right now.
I'm gonna go live in about 15 minutes. This is gonna be subscriber call-in night. I was supposed to do this last night, and I had some family stuff, and I told them tonight we would do it. So, but Rodney, I'm gonna be messy. That's not a TV thing. That might be a YouTube thing because I got somebody working to try to get me Jamal's first baby mama. I need to know what happened in that parking lot fight between her and Gizelle. So it is what it is. It might be a YouTube.
And you need to tell her she needs to get in contact with Karen. No, Karen ain't gonna do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, they too scary on Potomac. Wendy ain't gonna do it. I need somebody. I need a king.
Mia would do it.
Go get Monique then. Monique did it with no problem.
Monique, she too scary too.
But Monique, that's true. Somebody wrote a super chat saying that Charisse didn't tell them she was a friend of the show. That's why she had Monique do it. And Monique was like, oh, well, it was Charisse. That's why they were trying to switch blame. Because if Monique wasn't involved, they wouldn't shoot Kendall with just Charisse since she's a friend of the show. Monique would have to be there.
Gotcha. Wow. Thank you, Fat Mom Kid. Lord, I'm so it's Fatima Kid. I don't know what I just said. So I didn't even see the eye. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the super chat. Hey y'all, in my opinion, Charisse should come back after she gets herself together. She should consider Ozempic and a stylist.
My God, no.
What is Ozempic?
Is that the weight loss thing they was saying that was going around?
Diabetes drug that everybody is losing weight on, and it's gotten so bad that people who have diabetes can't get it for their health. Fatima, time out. You going to
time out. Thank you for the super chat. No offense, but losing like 40 or so pounds would make a big difference. Oh, and some naked hair from Porsha, and that's a glow up. Thank you for the super chat, Fatima. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. Woo. This was more than what I was thinking it was going to be, but this was juicy. This was good. I thank you guys so much for joining me. All right. So everybody on the panel, thank you guys so much. Thank you all in the audience. We appreciate you guys for watching. Definitely make sure you know the house rules. Go ahead. Let us know that you was here by liking the video. All right. Yeah. Subscribe to the backup channel. I'll be back on my channel, my main channel next week. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to everybody. There is a link in the title to where you can find everybody with the click of a button. Okay. Thank you all so much. And we will catch y'all in the next one. Bye-bye. And go over there to Mia's channel. He's gonna go live.
Gizelle, what you want to do?